Imagine spending your golden years doing everything right, eating healthy, walking daily, taking your vitamins, only to discover that something as simple as the wrong fish on your plate is silently sabotaging your health. It sounds unbelievable, but it's happening to millions of older adults every single day. Fish has long been praised as a health food, but not all fish are created equal, and some are downright dangerous, especially after 60. In fact, certain fish carry hidden toxins, high levels of mercury, and chemical contaminants that can slowly erode your memory, weaken your heart, destroy your joints, and even increase your risk of cancer. And here's the worst part. These harmful fish are still sold legally in stores and restaurants, often disguised as healthy options. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain. We're about to uncover the 6 fishes that older adults must never eat at all costs, because protecting your future is worth everything. Let's dive in. Fish number 1, king mackerel. At first glance, king mackerel seems like a strong, flavorful choice packed with omega-3s. But for older adults, it's one of the most dangerous fish you could eat. King mackerel is alarmingly high in mercury, a toxic heavy metal that the body struggles to get rid of. In younger people, the liver and kidneys work faster to clear out toxins. But as we age, our ability to filter out mercury declines sharply, making seniors especially vulnerable. Mercury poisoning isn't just a theory, it leads to real, devastating consequences: memory loss, confusion, vision problems, and even heart issues. If you already have any cardiovascular concerns, mercury can accelerate plaque buildup in your arteries, increasing your risk of heart attack or stroke. And because mercury accumulates over time, even occasional consumption of king mackerel can cause harm. The safest move? Cross it off your menu permanently. Your brain and your heart will thank you. Fish number 2, tilefish from the Gulf of Mexico. Tilefish might not be the most popular choice at every seafood counter, but many restaurants still serve it, especially in grilled fish plates and fish tacos. Unfortunately, Gulf of Mexico tilefish contains some of the highest mercury levels found in any fish species on Earth. Just one serving can exceed the safe mercury limit recommended for an entire week, or even longer. In older adults, mercury doesn't just harm the brain and heart, it also increases the risk of tremors, weakness, balance problems, and early signs of dementia. Plus, mercury's effects are often silent at first. You might not feel anything wrong until serious symptoms show up months or even years later. That's why avoiding tilefish altogether is a must. Remember, the damage mercury causes in seniors is often irreversible. Choosing safer fish can mean the difference between thriving independence or unexpected health struggles later on. In Part 1, we uncovered 2 fishes, king mackerel and tilefish, that carry dangerously high mercury levels, especially risky for older adults. But the list doesn't stop there. 2 more commonly eaten fishes hide serious threats to your health, and sadly, they're often marketed as smart choices for seniors. Let's reveal them now. Fish number 3, farmed Atlantic salmon. You might be surprised to see salmon on this list. Isn't salmon supposed to be one of the healthiest foods you can eat? The answer is, only if it's wild-caught. Farmed Atlantic salmon, which makes up over 70% of salmon sold today, is an entirely different story. Farmed salmon are raised in overcrowded pens where they're often fed unnatural diets of processed pellets. Worse yet, to survive such dirty, cramped conditions, these fish are pumped with antibiotics, dyes, and even pesticides. Over time, farmed salmon accumulate high levels of PCBs, polychlorinated biphenyls, which are toxic industrial chemicals linked to cancer, immune system suppression, and endocrine disruption. For older adults, the dangers are magnified. A weakened immune system combined with PCB exposure can make seniors far more vulnerable to infections, chronic diseases, and slower healing. And if you're already battling conditions like arthritis or high blood pressure, the inflammatory effects of contaminated farmed salmon can make things worse. How can you tell the difference? Labels like Atlantic salmon almost always mean farmed. Look for wild-caught, and preferably from Alaska. These are much cleaner and far safer for your body. Fish number 4, orange roughy. The name orange roughy sounds exotic and sophisticated, and it's often served in upscale restaurants. But this fish hides a dark secret. It's extremely high in mercury and loaded with environmental toxins. And there's another serious problem. Orange roughy has an extraordinarily long lifespan, up to 150 years. That means this fish has been soaking up mercury, plastics, and pollutants from the ocean for over a century before it ever lands on your plate. By the time it's served as fresh fillet, it's actually a highly contaminated organism. For older adults, consuming orange roughy is like taking a slow poison. It strains your kidneys, fogs your memory, elevates blood pressure, and can lead to a higher risk of stroke. The sad truth is, many seniors who eat it regularly never trace their fatigue, balance problems, or memory loss back to the fish they trusted. Don't let that happen to you. Cross orange roughy off your menu for good. So far, we've exposed 4 dangerous fishes that older adults should avoid: king mackerel, tilefish, farmed Atlantic salmon, and orange roughy. Each one carries silent risks, from mercury overload to toxic chemicals, that can undermine your health in ways you might not feel until it's too late. Now, let's reveal the final 2 fishes on the list. And trust me, one of them might be sitting in your freezer right now. Fish number 5, swordfish. Swordfish has long been considered a premium choice at steakhouses and seafood restaurants, big, hearty fillets packed with bold flavor. But behind that impressive presentation lies one of the most mercury-contaminated fishes you can eat. Swordfish are massive predators. They feed on smaller fish for decades, which means mercury builds up in their bodies over time to dangerous levels. According to FDA guidelines, swordfish contains mercury levels so high that pregnant women, children, and older adults are strongly advised to avoid it completely. For seniors, even one heavy meal of swordfish can create health problems. Mercury attacks the nervous system first, affecting memory, speech, and muscle coordination. It also inflames blood vessels, strains the kidneys, and speeds up the natural aging of tissues. If you already notice occasional memory slips, slower reflexes, or high blood pressure, eating swordfish could silently accelerate these problems. Even grilled swordfish steak dishes, often seen as healthy, are a major trap. Skip swordfish entirely. It's simply not worth the risk at this stage of life. Fish number 6, imported catfish. Catfish is a staple comfort food for many, often served fried, blackened, or baked. But when it comes to catfish, where it comes from makes all the difference. U.S. farmed catfish is generally safer. However, imported catfish, particularly from countries like Vietnam, China, and parts of Southeast Asia, is a whole different story. These imported catfish are often raised in highly polluted waters, sometimes contaminated with industrial waste, heavy metals, and bacteria. To mask these problems, farms may use unregulated antibiotics and chemical treatments, many of which are banned in the United States but still slip through inspections. Older adults already face natural declines in liver and kidney function. Eating contaminated imported catfish can overload your system with toxins that your body can't efficiently filter out anymore, leading to digestive issues, fatigue, immune dysfunction, and even increased cancer risk over time. The worst part? Imported catfish is often sold very cheaply and hidden under labels like Basa or Sway, names that sound appealing but conceal the fish's real origin and quality. When in doubt, skip imported catfish altogether. If you truly enjoy catfish, always check that it's U.S. farmed and clearly labeled as such, or better yet, choose another safer fish altogether. Now that we know the 6 dangerous fishes, king mackerel, tilefish, farmed Atlantic salmon, orange roughy, swordfish, and imported catfish, it's time to turn the page. The next step in this journey is crucial: choosing the right fish that will actually benefit your health, not harm it. The golden rule for choosing safe fish. Here's the golden rule to remember. Small, short-lived, wild-caught fish are your safest options. These fish don't live long enough to accumulate dangerous levels of mercury or other toxins. Because they're at the lower end of the food chain, they also don't absorb the harmful chemicals larger predators do. And because they're wild-caught, you avoid the risks of antibiotics and harmful chemicals used in fish farms. Top safer fish choices for older adults. So, which fishes should you be eating? Let's dive into the safest, healthiest choices. Wild-caught Alaskan salmon, rich in omega-3 fatty acids. This fish promotes heart and brain health. Sardines. These tiny fish are packed with calcium, vitamin D, and heart-healthy fats. Anchovies, full of good oils and easy to add to salads or sauces. Atlantic mackerel, not king mackerel, a small fish with low mercury levels, full of nutrients. Rainbow trout, U.S. farmed, raised responsibly in clean conditions, offering a rich source of protein. Herring, a traditional choice that's high in antioxidants and omega-3s. Eating these fish regularly can help protect your brain, heart, and joints, and support overall wellness. How to stay safe when eating out. If you're dining out, it's important to ask questions about your seafood. Make sure the fish is wild-caught and not farmed, and if you're unsure, opt for something else. Ask your server where the fish comes from and how it's sourced. Choose baked or grilled options over fried dishes. They're often healthier and allow the fish's true flavor to shine. If you're in doubt, it's okay to skip the fish and choose another healthy dish. Final words of wisdom. Your health is too valuable to take risks with. As you age, making thoughtful food choices can help you stay healthy, energized, and strong. Avoid the 6 dangerous fishes and embrace safer, nutrient-rich options. It's never too late to make choices that will protect your body for years to come. And there you have it. The 6 fishes older adults should avoid at all costs to protect their health and their future. Remember, every choice you make today is a gift to your future self. Your body has carried you through so much, every triumph, every struggle, every precious memory. It deserves to be nourished, respected, and cared for. Choosing safer, healthier foods isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. More energy to spend with loved ones. More clarity to savor every conversation. More strength to chase dreams, no matter your age. If this message resonated with you, if you believe your health and wisdom are worth protecting, I invite you to be part of our growing community. A place where experience is valued, wisdom is shared, and every voice matters. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you found this helpful, and share it with someone you care about. Let's walk this journey together, stronger, wiser, and with open hearts. Your best days aren't behind you. They're still ahead, waiting for you to meet them with strength and purpose. Let's keep moving forward, one smart choice at a time. Thank you for being here today. Stay wise, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.